In our previous videos, we looked at Nimble's integration with Databricks on two fronts. First, enriching our data using Nimble's UDTF integration with Databricks to enrich directly in our SQL queries. Then, we stepped things up by going into Genie, pulling in more data with Nimble Search, and creating these basic visualizations with the data from our original queries enriched further through Nimble Search. What we're going to do now is take this whole thing to the next level and actually build a real-time app that is going to allow us to query the web, analyze the information, and present it all inside Databricks. The best way that we found to do this is actually by integrating Claude. We have a Nimble skill for Databricks that can fully understand both Nimble's tools and Databricks tools. So I've architected a basic app that I'm calling the Local Business Scout that's going to use Nimble Search API for discovery, Nimble's Google Maps agent for enrichment, a Delta table for storage, the Databricks app kit to actually demonstrate and display and run the whole thing. And these are the steps that we're going to do. So we're going to create a Delta table. We're going to write the SQL pipeline. We're going to write the display queries that are going to get us the KPIs, the leaderboard, all of the displays and the functions that we need in order for the app to be usable. We're going to build the UI, validate and deploy, and then we'll see the live demo. So build the app. I've already done the basic planning of what I want on a very conceptual level, zero technical work here. And because Claude has access to the Nimble Databricks skill, it knows all the tools that it needs, and it knows everything that it needs and how everything works and how to tie everything together. So I'm going to let this run. I'll check in periodically to show you what it's doing, and we'll see how we can go from zero to the complete app using real-time web search with Nimble inside of Databricks. Okay. So Claude's finished doing a couple of checks just to make sure that it understands the input-output formats of various functions and so on and so forth. And now we're actually starting the main build. So you can see what it's doing here is it's going to create a data table called Local BizScout. It's defining the fields, and it's even giving us some comments so we know what's going on. And this is the start of the actual app build. Let's see where it goes. Okay, I'm checking back in with you guys. So now Claude is ready to write our server.ts, which is going to be the main server file that hosts the app on Databricks. It's already built everything here for me. I didn't have to write a single line of code. I'm going to let it start writing that. And basically it's building the server, then the SQL, then the app UI. And that's the order that we're going to be doing this in. So next it's doing the SQL query files. I'm going to let it do all of those. So we can see here it's done KPIs, leaderboard, ratings, history. Okay, guys, now we're writing the UI. So we've got our index.html. Claude is taking care of the entire process for us. We've already got the SQL. Here we go, the index.html for the client side. And now the full app TSX. And here we go, the full app TSX. So we see it's built all kinds of tables here. I'm very excited to see what this app is going to look like. And now it's validating. All right, I'll bring you guys back in when it's ready to go. Okay, our full build is fully finished and ready to go. Claude is done building the app and deploying it onto the Databricks framework. We've done all of the engineering that is needed, and now let's see it in real time. So we're going to switch over to the Databricks app view, and here's our local BizScout app. Now, by default, it's empty, and we're going to run our first query here. And what I'm going to do is just put in a very basic query that we've done before, coffee shops in Astoria, Queens. Let's run that scouting process. We're going to have the option of picking how many results we want. I'm going to leave it at 10 for this first run. And now it is doing a search for coffee shops in Astoria, Queens via the Nimble Search API and enriching the results with Google Maps. I'll bring you guys back in as soon as it's done. And here we go. The results are back. We've loaded the results for the coffee shops in Astoria, Queens. We've got our average rating. We've got the average review count. We've got a lot of information here in the table. We can see all the results that it brought, their ratings, the links to Google Maps. We have the ratings distribution on the right-hand side. So you can see this whole process took us less than 30 minutes. And we've been able to build this really robust dashboard that harnesses all the best features of the Databricks stack combined with Nimble's web search capabilities. And we're able to create a dashboard that's very business friendly, very non-technical, and allows anybody in the organization really to combine our internal knowledge base with external, live, real-time web intelligence in a dashboard that really anybody could use. And this is maybe a bit of a simplistic demo, but it's very easy to see how we could add all kinds of functionality, more analysis, more display, more data into this view and run it at any scale that we really need to. We have the Databricks stack behind us, so we can run this at incredible scale. I hope this has been a helpful demonstration of what happens when you combine Nimble's search capabilities with the Databricks stack and deploy it.